Imagine holding an object so ordinary, you've never given it a second thought, and yet it's carried the weight of empires, revolutions, and centuries of human ingenuity. That object? A button, not just a fastener, but a silent witness to history. From the linen toggles of ancient Egypt to the silk brooches of imperial China, buttons have shaped fashion, class, and even war. Why does this matter to you? Because the next time you fasten your shirt, you're participating in a ritual older than written language. This is the untold journey of one small object that's traveled through time, influencing everything from military uniforms to modern identity. How did a simple piece of cloth or metal become so much more? What secrets does your own wardrobe hold? Let's begin at the beginning, and you'll never see a button the same way again. Buttons, once reserved for the elite, reveal a fascinating shift in history. In the 17th century, only the wealthy wore buttons made of materials like silver, ivory, or porcelain. Peasants were often fined for daring to don them. Fast forward to the 19th century, and the Industrial Revolution transformed buttons into everyday items. Take the invention of the sewing machine in the 1850s, this innovation drastically cut production times, allowing buttons to become affordable for the masses. Consider the case of France, where button manufacturing became a booming industry, employing thousands in cities like Lyon. Buttons were no longer just closures, they became canvases for art and identity. By the 20th century, mass production had turned buttons into symbols of uniformity and rebellion alike. This evolution mirrors how many objects shift from luxury to necessity. As we turn our attention to another overlooked object, the fork, we'll see how dining utensils shaped etiquette and class. Before the 16th century, Europeans dined with their hands or used spoons. The fork, now a dining staple, was a foreign concept. It wasn't until the Renaissance that it began to appear on European tables, first in Italy and later spreading across the continent. Historical records show that by the 1500s, fork use was associated with nobility, symbolizing refinement and control. This shift didn't just change how people ate, it reshaped social interactions. Forks introduced a new standard of table manners, separating the dining experience from the messiness of communal feasting. Consider the pencil. Like the fork, its simple design reflects broader societal changes, from monarchs to industrial revolutions. Similarly, the zipper began as a solution for shoes, not clothing, showing how objects evolve beyond their original purpose. The fork's journey mirrors these stories, revealing how even the most mundane items can drive cultural transformation. As we turn to the next object, we'll see how something as small as a button carries its own hidden history. The spoon, a simple tool, tells a complex story of global exchange and adaptation. In ancient China, spoons were carved from bamboo, a material abundant in the region and used primarily for scooping rice. Meanwhile, in the Roman Empire, spoons were luxury items, often made of silver, and used to eat soft foods like eggs. A recent study highlighted how the absence of the spoon in many early European meals influenced dining etiquette. Shared trenchers and communal bowls were the norm until spoons became common in the 11th century. Take the Japanese hashi, though not a spoon, it illustrates how different tools emerged from local practices and available materials. The evolution of the spoon reflects not just utility, but the values and environments of the people who used it. As trade routes expanded, so did spoon designs, blending functionality with cultural identity. This interplay of form and function set the stage for the next object's journey. In 1564, a shiny black deposit near Borrowdale, England, changed the course of writing forever. Miners stumbled upon what they thought was lead, but it turned out to be graphite, pure enough to leave dark marks on paper. Soon, pencils were being wrapped in sheepskin and sold in London markets. By the 17th century, European rulers had seized control. In France, Louis Roman XIV government even banned graphite exports, fearing it could be used to make gunpowder. This wasn't just about stationery, it was about power. Take England's King James I, who claimed all graphite deposits as royal property, restricting its use to the crown. The pencil, then, wasn't just a tool, it was a symbol of control. As the Industrial Revolution took hold, pencils became more accessible, but their origins remained steeped in secrecy and strategy. The next time you grip one, remember the monarchs who once guarded its future. In 1897, at the Chicago World's Fair, a machine spun sugar into delicate threads, not to delight children, but to showcase a new cotton spinning technique. This was the birth of what we now call cotton candy. The demonstration, created by engineers John C. Wharton and William Morrison, used a device that melted sugar and flung it through a heated drum with tiny holes, mimicking the process of spinning cotton. The goal was to highlight advancements in textile machinery, not to invent a treat. Yet the wispy, sweet strands captivated fairgoers, and the novelty quickly shifted from industrial exhibit to popular snack. By the 1930s, the process had been refined into the hand crank machines we recognize today. What began as a technical marvel turned into a $1.3 billion global confectionery product annually. It's a reminder that innovation often takes unexpected turns. As we'll see, even the simplest objects can carry layers of history waiting to be uncovered. In 1891, Whitcomb Judson patented a fastening device he called the clasp locker, designed to replace laces in boots. This early zipper, though functional, was clunky and prone to jamming. Tailors and shoemakers resisted it, clinging to time-honored methods. By 1905, after several redesigns, the device had improved enough to gain traction in the shoe industry. Yet clothing manufacturers remained skeptical. Fast forward to the 1920s, when B. F. Goodrich adopted the zipper for rubber boots, finally proving its reliability. It wasn't until the 1930s that clothing brands like Louis F. Marks & Co. began using zippers in children's garments, where ease of use outweighed traditional aesthetics. The zipper's journey from footwear to fashion mirrors the broader story of innovation, often met with doubt before becoming indispensable. As we continue, let's uncover how another everyday object began as a tool for survival. In 1968, a 3M scientist named Spencer Silver was trying to create a super strong adhesive, but instead came up with something much weaker. So weak, in fact, that it could be peeled off surfaces without leaving residue. At the time, it was dismissed as a failed experiment. But years later, another 3M employee, Art Fry, found a practical use for it while trying to bookmark hymns in his choir book. The result? The Post-it note, a product that didn't just stick to paper, but eventually to walls, desks, and even global culture. By the 1980s, Post-it notes were a household staple, with 3M selling over 1 billion sheets annually. Consider the pencil, another everyday object with a similarly intricate past, shaped by royal decrees and industrial shifts. Just as the zipper evolved from a shoemaker's tool to a fashion staple, Silver's mistake became a symbol of creativity itself. Innovation, as history shows, often begins where failure ends. The wheel, often seen as humanity's simplest invention, posed some of the earliest engineering puzzles. Early wheels, made from solid tree trunks, were heavy and prone to cracking under stress. Archaeological finds in Mesopotamia reveal that by 3500 BCE, wheels were being paired with axles, but only for small carts, limited by the strength of available wood and the roughness of unpaved roads. Take the Sumerians. They engineered spoked wheels by 2000 BCE, a design that dramatically reduced weight and improved mobility. This innovation didn't just aid transport, it reshaped trade routes and urban development. Yet, even with these advancements, terrain remained a challenge. Rocky or muddy surfaces could shatter wooden hubs. Picture this: a team of oxen struggling to pull a cart over uneven ground, a daily reality for ancient traders. Despite these hurdles, the wheel laid the groundwork for everything from chariots to modern vehicles. As we turn the page, let's examine how something as simple as a button also holds a surprisingly complex history. In the 17th century, the fork was a symbol of elite status in Italy, where it was first widely adopted. By contrast, in England, using a fork was seen as odd and unnecessary, until the 18th century, when it gradually entered middle-class dining rooms. This shift wasn't just about convenience, it was about conformity and status. Spoons followed a similar path. In medieval Europe, spoons were often personalized, with initials engraved on the handles to denote ownership, a practice that reflected both hygiene concerns and social standing. Consider the pencil. Its 16th century discovery of graphite in England led to a rush of innovation, including its use by monarchs and later by industrial workers during the 19th century boom. These objects, far from being neutral tools, were shaped by the societies that used them. As we turn our attention to the next everyday item, it becomes clear that even the simplest object carries a story of power, identity, and change. In the 16th century, graphite was more valuable than gold. European rulers, especially the Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph Roman II, hoarded it, restricting its use to their own armies and scribes. England's King James I even declared graphite a royal asset, forbidding its export under penalty of death. This wasn't just about stationery. graphite's unique properties made it essential for cannon fuses and armor. For nearly a century, other nations were forced to rely on inferior substitutes. Meanwhile, in 1564, a massive graphite deposit was discovered in Borrowdale, England. The region became the world's primary supplier, guarded by military forces. By the 18th century, as the Industrial Revolution demanded more pencils, France's Nicolas-Jacques Conté developed a method to mix graphite with clay, breaking the British monopoly. This innovation laid the foundation for mass production. As pencils spread, so did knowledge. From royal control to classroom staple, the pencil's journey mirrors the rise of literacy and democracy. As we turn the page, consider how other everyday items might hold similar untold histories. When the zipper was first patented in 1891, it was designed not for clothing but for shoes. Despite its promise, many tailors and fashion designers remained skeptical, dismissing it as a gimmick. Yet by the 1930s, manufacturers like B.F. Goodrich began using zippers in boots, and by the 1950s, they had become a staple in everything from jeans to dresses. The zipper's rise mirrored broader cultural shifts toward efficiency and modernity. Consider the contrast with buttons, which have been in use since ancient times, each one sewn by hand, each one a small act of craftsmanship. The zipper, by contrast, offered a mechanical solution to a timeless problem. Its adoption wasn't just practical, it was symbolic. As fashion evolved, so did our relationship with time and convenience. With its blend of function and symbolism, the zipper paved the way for the next object we often take for granted. Consider the humble zipper. Invented in 1891 by Whitcomb Judson, it was originally designed to replace shoelaces, not to fasten clothing. It wasn't until the 1930s that manufacturers began using it in garments, revolutionizing fashion and function. Picture this: Post-it notes. What began as a failed adhesive experiment in 1968 by 3M scientist Spencer Silver eventually became one of the company's most iconic products. The weak, pressure-sensitive glue he created was useless for its intended purpose, but found new life when a colleague used it to create a reusable note. Cotton candy, too, has a curious origin. Known as fairy floss in the UK, it was first showcased at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair by two dentists who used a machine to spin sugar into delicate threads. What began as a novelty soon became a beloved treat. Innovation, then, often emerges not from blueprints but from unexpected turns. As we near the end of our journey, let's reflect on how these accidental breakthroughs shape the world we know. Everyday objects carry stories that stretch back through centuries. Consider the zipper, initially designed not for clothing, but to fasten boots in the 1890s. Its journey from mechanical fastener to wardrobe staple reflects human adaptability. Or take the pencil, whose design was refined during the Industrial Revolution after Monarch sought portable tools for governance and art. These items are more than convenience. They're cultural artifacts shaped by need, craft, and chance. Cotton candy, for instance, was born from a textile machine repurposed into a sugary delight at the 1904 World's Fair, blending confectionery and engineering in one colorful swirl. Each object we use daily is a thread in the fabric of history, linking us to the past in unexpected ways. The next time you reach for a button, a fork, or even a Post-it note, remember, you're holding a piece of human ingenuity. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden stories, share your favorite object and its history in the comments.